All right, look live, Jarvis. It's playtime.
Hello, folks. It is 8 o'clock on a Friday night, which could mean only one thing. Could be several things on YouTube. Anyway, if you're on YouTube right now, it is time for Wrestling Gold Friday night. So let's click on the intro and have a little bit of fun talking about the good old days of professional wrestling.
What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Wrestling Gold Friday night. I am Ronald Ray, your boy with a cornbread accent. How is everybody? Man, that light's. Okay, that's better. I think. Like I said, folks, I'm always ready, never prepared. But anyway, yes, welcome to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling, and back when wrestling was real, because damn it, it is still real to us. Man, I'm just, everything's just wanting to fall and everything else. Anyway, how's everybody doing this evening? Yes, I am live and in living color, so feel free to join me in the chat, share some memories, ask questions, give your opinions, or just be friendly, say hello. Let me know you're there. Also, if you're not watching this live, this will be this video stream will be on YouTube. So feel free in the comment section to again give your opinion, share some memories, ask questions, or just like I said, give a friendly hello. Let me know you're there. Anyway, going to do a watch along of Eastern Championship Wrestling. Basically, yes, this was ECW before it became Extreme Championship Wrestling. So that should be an interesting watch along. We will also discuss today in wrestling history. Few interesting things there. Not a long list of stuff. Interesting thing today, I am officially done working the South Atlanta and South Georgia territories. I am going to the South Carolina territory. It was great working for promoter Steve Houlihan and booker Jamie Pitts, along with the assistant bookers, of course, Clayton, Ken, and what was, oh shit, got the other dude's name. Fuck. Anyway, it was only short time. Cool dude anyway. Worked with him in Valdosta. I doubt if he's watching this, but if you are watching this, I told you I'm bad with names. But anyway, yes, I am going to be working in the South Carolina territory starting next week with promoter and booker Wally Mart. Yes, the legendary promoter and booker of the South Carolina territory, Wally Mart. Yes. Sometimes pays well, not really, but big territory, big time territory. I mean, not big New York territory or anything like that, but yes, Wally Mart is who I'll be working for in the South Carolina territory. So I will be on location with my live streams and videos starting next week up there. Anyway, like I said, hopefully everybody's having a good night, having a good weekend, and it is Memorial Day weekend, so salute all the people who fought and sacrificed everything for our freedoms. Big shout out to them. And I think, is today the last day of school in some places? I think one county it is. Gosh, this fucking hat. Or is it just my head? Anyway, we'll give them some well wishes next week. So I don't think today's the last day of school. I think next Friday's going to be the official last day of school. Man, nothing just seems right. Okay, I'm through messing around with it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline. Anyway, so let's get things started here. Like I said, always prepared. I do have a friend. I think she teaches pre-K though, in Gwinnett County, and I think their last week or last day was Wednesday. At least that's what she said. I could have been. She could be wrong, but that's the reason I was thinking today might be. And I know my niece graduated yesterday, right? At least I seen the pictures yesterday. So congratulations to her for graduating high school. So I mean, is that? I know she don't. She goes to the arts and science teacher. Okay, so yeah, Barrow, Walton, Gwinnett. Wednesday was her last day. So anyway, yeah. So congratulations. It was basically this week. I have no kids. I have nieces, and nephews. That's about it. But anyway, yes. So let's go ahead and say it now. Congratulations, class! If all the kids are graduating high school, college. Congratulations, class of 2026. Hopefully your future is bright. Go ahead, give some old man advice here. Life advice. So, say you're graduating high school. You're either going to go to college, which is great, or you're going to go, straight to the workforce. If you go straight to the workforce, tell you what, trying to learn everything you can, not only your duties at your new employer, but kind of other things too, about your chosen profession or the profession you're about to enter into. Best thing to do, like I said, learn everything you can. And if you ever noticed, most or when you look at whatever website, Expedia, whatever, or not Expedia, they have one jobhunters.com or whatever. I don't know which one it is now. But anyway, if you look it on there, most of them ask for 2 years experience. So look at it this way. You got 2 years kind of, learn everything you can, best thing to do, 2 things, open these, keep these open, close this. Because sometimes this, especially when you're young, can trust me, I was young at one time, and it kind of would get me in trouble. So yeah, I know where you're coming from. Just be patient. Like I said, even for me, trust me, I was impatient as well, but try to be patient. This open, these open, this closed. And basically and the reason I say that, just go ahead and try to learn everything you can. And if you don't master everything, you at least got some knowledge on different things. And like I said, if you ever notice, and this is why I'm saying this, if you ever notice on want ads, or websites, usually most employers want experience at least 2 years. At least 2 years. So look at it this way: you got 2 years to kind of learn everything you can. Just kind of soak up as much as you can. And in 2 years, if you don't kind of like the company you're working for or whatever, then you go look for another job. Or you do kind of want to stay there, but you kind of want to see what the pay is. Go ahead, check out what the pay is for them wanting, somebody with 2 years experience in your field. Then you go to your boss and go, you know what? I've been here 2 years now. This is where everybody's kind of starting out at, and especially if you're, especially if you're under that, you want to kind of go, anyway, I get, kind of, bump up to that rate. If they say no, fine. You go look the other way. You go look at those other jobs. That's a great thing about, sometimes if you're not in a union or whatever, it's got its pluses being in a union from what I heard, but sometimes it's got a lot of negatives as well. But what my opinion, you can work out your own deals. Just go in there and work out your own deal. If they say no, you go somewhere else. They say yeah, hey, you was in there professionally, then you get your money, then keep learning, keep doing, and stuff like that. And here's another thing too: if you learn a lot of things and be flexible on, hey, can you do this today? Can you do that today? We have a situation like in 2008, that's when the economy went, we had a great recession. This is what's going to happen too. Not only are you going to be more valuable to the company, it is also going to be hard for them to let you go. So if they do get in that rut where they're having to get rid of people, more likely if you kind of adapted and flexible to doing a lot of other things besides just your chosen, department, whatever, then like, you know what, this person, he or she can kind of do a lot of things, so we can't really get rid of that person. So it's hard for them to fire you, and when it comes time to raises and stuff like that, it's kind of hard for them to say no. And when they looking for people to go, hey, we need to cut employment down a little bit because we're not making that much money, you might be one of the people that will not, you more than likely will not be one of the people begin to pink slip. They'll probably keep you around. So that's that life experience. But if you go to school, great. Find something that it's going to make you money, and it's got different, it's like a vocation school if you want to do that. And if you're one of these people who's got dreams of being in entertainment, a band, pro wrestler, even a professional football player, basketball player, actor, whatever. Of course, you're going to go to school for that, but go to school to find a career, because a lot of other people have those dreams, and only very short amount of people make it. So, dream big, but be realistic, and find a vocation where you can find a real job. And that's about it. Also, kids out there, illegal, whatever, don't get married unless you both can afford it, unless you're really ready for the long haul, and definitely do not have kids until both of you together are married and can afford children. So that's my life lesson. All right. My old man life lesson. Shareth, if you will. All right. Now, of course, everybody didn't come in here to sit here and talk about life lessons. We want to talk about the good old days of professional wrestling. And like I said yesterday, I kind of came up with that little line. Always ready, but never prepared. So I didn't even pull up my notes. Son of a bee sting. There we go. I made sure everything else was ready, but not this. Okay, let me go over here. Boom. And oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry, tonight I forgot to get beer, but cheers to the graduating class of 2026 and to the hardworking men and women out there. Cheers to you. No beer, but I got Zaxby sweet tea, so cheers. God, my phone's buzzing. Oh, that's just telling me it's raining. Anyway, so here we go. Today is May 22nd, and on this day in 1972, Chief Jay Strongbow and Sonny King defeated King Curtis and Baron Michael Cicluna defeated King Curtis and Baron to win the WWF World Tag Team Championship. Also on that card, this happened in New York City at Madison Square Garden, drawing a crowd of 19,367. Also on that card, you had WWF champion Pedro Morales defeat Pampiro Firpo. Chief Jay Strongbow defeated Captain Lou Albano. Ernie Ladd defeated Rene Goulet. Eddie Graham defeated Jimmy Valiant. Don Curtis defeated Smasher Sloan. Professional Toru Tanaka defeated Manuel Soto. Tony Catanellis defeated Black Demon by disqualification. On this day in 1974, Mr. Wrestling 2 and Robert Fuller win the NWA Georgia Tag Team titles from Ron and Terry Garvin in Columbus, Georgia. On this day in 1981, happy birthday, Brian Danielson. Today is his birthday. Born Brian Lloyd Danielson. And of course, those of you in the remember him in the WWE as Daniel Bryan. Great career, now retired. All right, on this day in 1988, in Montgomery, Alabama, Civic Center TV taping for Continental Wrestling Federation. Mr. Olympia, Jerry Stubbs, defeated Lee Peak. Willie B. Hurt, who was Pez Whatley, defeated Private Pile. Willie B. Hurt wrestled again, this time. It says versus D.I. Bob Carter. Anyway, Shane Douglas defeated Detroit Demolition, which was Randy Colley, which was the original Demolition Smash. Detroit Demolition, Randy Colley, and Lord Humongous, who was Sid Vicious, defeated Bill Kazmaier and Dutch Mantell, bad motherfucker. Danny Davis defeated Tracy Smothers. Whoops, whoa. What the hell? Uh-oh. Oh, son of a bee sting. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, folks. All right, here we go. Nightmare Danny Davis, not the bad, WWE referee, dangerous Danny Davis. Nightmare Danny Davis defeated Tracy Smothers. Whoops, where at in the picture of Tracy Smothers? Anyway, to win the Continental Tag Team titles for the Nightmares. This is where Ken Wayne was about to turn heel on Danny Davis. The Southern Boys, Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong, were the Continental Tag Team champions. There was one match between the two. It was, I think, Steve and Danny Davis in the ring at the time. Tracy went up for a leapfrog, and Danny Davis, match, for the match purposes, headbutt him in the nuts. And instead of, covering him for the win and everything like that, he was a sportsman because, Danny Davis, that, white meat babyface, it was babyface versus babyface, trying to show some sportsmanship. So, hey, he got hurt. We don't want to win it that way. And, of course, Ken Wayne's like, just pin him, let's go. Put the boots to him, let's go. Let's win these belts. So, they didn't win him that way, but I guess I actually forgot the match. But anyway, Danny Davis won the match to win the titles for his team. Then DI, Bob Carter, and Detroit Demolition defeated the Nightmares, Ken Wayne and Danny Davis, for those Continental Tag Team titles. This was the match where Ken Wayne finally turned heel. Every time Danny Davis tried to go for a tag, Ken Wayne would walk the other side of the apron, act like he was tying his boot, or yell at the referee about something, or yell at his opponents about something. And finally, Danny Davis like, screw this dude. And because this time Ken Wayne was there for Danny Davis to get the tag, but Ken Wayne wouldn't tag him. He was trying to, give him a pep talk and tell him to go on. But Danny Davis said, screw this, hit Ken Wayne, and made a little short comeback to Bob Carter and Demolition. But Ken Wayne came in, put the boots to him, turn against him, giving Detroit Demolition and Bob Carter the opportunity to pin Danny Davis to win those Continental Tag Team Championship. Let's see. Also, Ken Wayne would defeat Ricky Nelson. Damn, this was a TV taping, so bear with me. Detroit Demolition and DI Bob Carter defeated Lee Peak and the Baron. Sika the Samoan defeated Blue Cyclone. No, that's Kokina the Samoan. Oh, Sika the Wild Samoan. Okay, the original Samoan defeated Blue Cyclone. But Kokina also wrestled there for a short period of time. Of course, Kokina wound up become Yokozuna. And in the main event, the Southern Boys, Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong, defeated Alan Martin and Private Pile. On this date, see, I told you, man, I was a big fan of Continental. Even though I forgot a few things there, I do remember that match. I do remember Ken Wayne turning against Danny Davis. Because, see, Ken Wayne stayed in Continental and wrestled singles for a while. Ken Wayne went to Memphis. Then after Memphis, came back and, reformed the Nightmares. But this is what happened. This is how they finally broke up the team. I think they have a series. Somebody put a video package together of the breakup of the Nightmares, if you want to check that out. All right. On this date in 1992, Smoky Mountain Wrestling presented Volunteer Slam 1 in Knoxville, Tennessee Civic Coliseum, drawing 1,000 people. Joey Maggs and Hector Guerrero defeated Rip Rogers, and Barry Horowitz. Dirty White Boy Tony Anthony defeated Dixie Dynamite. Dixie Dynamite, of course, was Scott Armstrong. Brian Lee defeated Buddy Landell. Paul Orndorff defeated Tim Horner. Robert Gibson pinned Jimmy Golden. Brian Lee defeated Dirty White Boy. Paul Orndorff defeated Robert Gibson. Smoky Mountain Tag Team Championship match. The Heavenly Bodies. Excuse me. I guess I didn't have that picture. The Heavenly Bodies, Stan Lane and Tom Pritchard, defeated Davey and Johnny Rich. Johnny Rich, of course, the real cousin of Tommy Rich. Davey, not so much a cousin. He wrestled a good bit of his career as Davey Haskins. And in the main event, to crown the first Smoky Mountain Wrestling champion, Brian Lee defeated Paul Orndorff by disqualification to win that championship. And I think this is the one Buddy Landell talked about. I think the original idea, supposedly the original idea is for Tim Horner to win, but I guess, nothing against Tim Horner. And I guess Paul Orndorff was about to go to WCW anyway, so I guess I could have put on Robert Gibson, but I guess I was expecting Ricky to come in. Brian Lee was, of course, Brian Lee, as we all know, it was the fake Undertaker. So, tall, decent, wrestler, is like a young up and comer, but he has been had been wrestling for a while. I guess this was probably his third or fourth year. Wrestled for Continental, wrestled for Memphis. So they're like, okay, he could be ready. Had some good matches with Dirty White Boy, Tony Anthony. I think he wound up being the second person to hold it, but anyway, I think it was supposed to have been Tim Horner originally planned, but they scratched that. I don't know if it was from Buddy Landell's recommendation. I think Buddy Landell in his interview told Jim Cornette, said, hey, nobody's going to believe that, Tim Horner, and this was to paraphrase what Buddy Landell was saying, God bless Tim Horner. He's good in the ring, but nobody's going to buy the fact that he beat me, Jimmy Golden, and Paul Orndorff in one night. But they guess they can buy in a, what, how tall was Brian Lee? Like 6'4", 6'6", something like that. So they bought into that. And I think Jim Cornette talked about too that he originally was wanting to have Brad Armstrong come in, but Brad Armstrong still had a WCW contract and all that good stuff. All right, think this. Last but not least, on this day in 1994, WCW presented Slamboree, a Legends reunion in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Civic Center, drawing 4,000 folks. Shown live on pay-per-view. Dark match: Paul Orndorff and Paul Roma defeated Brian and Brad Armstrong. Of course, Brian, grew to become the Road Dogg. The Legends, because they did, I think, well, they're the first promotion to have a Hall of Fame or try to do a Hall of Fame thing, or did WWF kind of beat them to it? I'm getting a brain fart now. I can look it up later, but so anyway, the Legends that night were Ole Anderson, Penny Banner, Red Bastien, Tully Blanchard, The Crusher, Don Curtis, Terry Funk, Vern Gagne, Hard-Boiled Haggerty, Larry Henning, Killer Kowalski, Ernie Ladd, Wahoo McDaniel, Angelo Moscow Sr., Harley Race, Ray Stevens, Lou Thez, Mr. Wrestling 2, and Tommy Young. Let's see. U.S. champion Steve Austin defeated Johnny B. Bad. Terry Funk in a Legends match battled Tully Blanchard to a double DQ. Tully Blanchard in his interview, which is available on YouTube, talked about this. They wanted Tully to kind of, make Terry look good and put Terry over. And Tully's like, no, I didn't squeeze in here with the contract. But Terry Funk did. Anyway, Larry Zbyszko defeated Steven Regal. Dustin Rhodes defeated Bunkhouse Buck, who is Jimmy Golden. Gosh, how many times I gotta, talk about how much I hated they called Jimmy Golden Bunkhouse Buck. I mean, 2 years ago he was in Smoky Mountain Ash, Jimmy Golden. But anyway, yeah, Dustin pinned Buckhouse Buck in a bull rope match. WCW World Champion Ric Flair defeated Barry Windham. And then you had your Hall of Fame induction, the Assassin, Jody Hamilton, Ole Anderson, Holly Race, Ernie Ladd, the Crusher, and the Bruiser. Cactus Jack and Kevin Sullivan defeated the Nasty Boys in a Broad Street Bully match to win the WCW World Tag Team titles. Dave Schultz, not Dr. D, David Schultz, the NHL player, was Dave Schultz, the NHL player, was the special referee. And in the main event, Sting defeated Vader to win the vacant WCW International World title, of course. The international title was basically the NWA, the big gold belt, NWA belt, when they, I guess, kind of trying to bring back the NWA or something like that, and it fell flat. So, all right, go to chats here. Both started in 1993, WWF February 1st, then WCW May of 93. Okay. May 23rd of 93. Yes, because when I was putting everything together, I seen that May 23rd was the first one. I was like, wait a minute, I think I talked about that one last year, actually. So then when I went through the year 1994, I seen this one on there. So, oh, okay, this is the second year they did it. Then they kind of, when Hulk Hogan came in, did his deal. But yeah, the first one was at the Omni. You were there. You got to see a Crispin. Is that the one where you seen Crispin Benoit get a concussion, or one of his many concussions? When Two Cold Scorpio landed on his head. Yeah, I seen a videotape on that, and I was like, ouch, because Too Cold wasn't a small guy. I mean, for a guy his size, his build. I mean, how tall was Too Cold? Probably about 6 feet, 6'2", something like that. But solid, what, 230, 240. I'm not even gonna put it up, but yeah, big, thick legs and all that. Yeah, and coming from the top rope like you did, and somebody in the head, land on somebody's head. Yeah, you're gonna be not cold. You will be not cold. You'll be knocked the fuck out, as Smokey would say. Great movie, by the way. Friday, classic movie. Classic movie. That I have said plenty of times on here. And that does it for today in wrestling history. Class dismissed. But I think I didn't see, unless you had a tape and I totally forgot about it. The only time I seen 94 was on the WWE Network. I seen Slamboree 94. I think 95 Hulk Hogan was already there. They kind of got rid of the. Did they ever get rid of the Legends reunion gimmick on 95? Or they didn't have one. Oh yeah, they did. Okay, so they still had the Legends in 95. So Wahoo, Angelo Poffo, Terry Funk. Yeah, Angelo got inducted there. because Randy was coming in. Terry Funk, Tony Inoki, Dusty Rhodes, Gordon Soley, and Big John Studd. Oh wow! So okay, I'm just reading this. We'll save that one for next year at this time. Let's see when it take place. May 21st. So yeah, we'll save it for that one. Then, because I know there was a time where they kind of just didn't do they call it Slamboree, but they've kind of just didn't do the Hall of Fame Legends thing. So they did the Battle Bowl that year. So yeah, they did. They wound up doing Battle Bowl on not the '95 Slamboree. But again, we'll talk about that years. That might be a trivia question this week. So if you're watching, all right, shut that off. All right, so who's ready for a watch along? Of course, like I said, this week's watch along is ECW Eastern Championship Wrestling from June 3rd of 1993. I believe that's right. Yes, June 8th of 1993. Hope I didn't put third on everything. I might have did. If I did, I apologize. My bad. So let me go ahead and click and thank you, Lou Gregory, for pulling this up or posting this video up 3 years ago for us to share. So hopefully you get some more views. You're welcome. The link is also in the description, and I just put it in the chat. Going to take a quick commercial break. When we get back, we will check out ECW from June 8th, 1993. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. If you made it this far in the video, you're having fun. You folks know what to do. Everybody says this, so let's go through the whole routine. If you enjoy it, click on that like button. Also, leave me a comment. Give me your opinions on anything I talk about tonight. Ask questions, or just drop a friendly hello. That's always cool as well. Also, if you enjoy listening to a fan, just like you folks at home, talk about the sport of professional wrestling, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Now, back to our program. Alrighty, folks. So yes, I got the link up. When you're ready, let me know. Do the countdown and the push play thing, and it should be fun. Yeah, I couldn't find no visuals, but I did have some time to do some screenshots at a few things. So, no clear pictures, but damn it, I tried to do some visuals. Took some screenshots. So here we go. Whoops, let me do that. All right. You ready? Let's go. Let me get myself ready again. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now. Jimmy Snuka. Is that JT Smith? The British Bulldog. Jay Sully, you are no Joey Styles. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yes, a thinner Paul Heyman, little more hair. Woohoo! There we go. That's who we want to see. Eddie Gilbert. So yes, he is the original owner, the original promoter of ECW. Uh, Eddie Gilbert was actually the booker at this time, and of course he brought in Paul Heyman or Paulie Dangerously. Yes, I think it's going to be Surfer Sandman. It's not going to be the. Oh wow, Road Warrior Hawk not coming out to Water Rush or Iron Man by Black Sabbath. He was coming out to Primal Scream by Motley Crue. Very underrated Motley Crue song, by the way. I always dug that song Primal Scream by Motley Crue. It was available on the what was it, the Decade of Decadence album, basically their greatest hits album. Then that's when I think by that time the following years when Vince got fired from Motley Crue. Yes, it was. Yep. Anarchy in the UK. And yes, that their version of Anarchy UK was the intro music for NWA Anarchy. Oh gosh, it's the Funker. It's like, okay, if he really wanted to smack Paul E dangerously, I don't think Todd's little Todd's standing there going, whoa Terry, holding him back is going to prevent that. And yes, the Dark Patriot was actually Eddie Gilbert's brother, Doug Gilbert. I just told you it's Doug Gilbert. I don't think Paul Heyman can, or Paulie Dangerously, whatever you want to call him, can run that fast these days. The Super Summer Spectacular Texas Chain Match Massacre Terry Funk versus Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Get your tickets. Call ECW Hotline 215-544-0421. So Don E. Allen, his biggest claim to fame was in 1994, I believe. Uh, he was actually ranked in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated PWI 500. Um, I think he number 500 or 499 or something like that. I think it was number 500. The Samoan Warrior, don't know much about his career. So obviously, yeah, this is after the his WWF run. Animal was, I guess, semi-retired with a back injury. He cashed in that Lords of London insurance policy. And Donnie Allen's got. Oh, yes, yes, he actually made it to ECW early videotapes. Oh, devious Don E. Allen. Hey, I mean, I don't know how true it is. Like, he so badly want to be Jerry Lawler. So here's your battle royal here for. Oops, I'm not doing good at my. It's your 16-man battle royal for the Pennsylvania State Championship. So yes, that's Surfer Sandman, and that's Rockin' Rebel. Trying to before I say anything, let me check something else out here. So yeah, in 2018 he wound up it was a murder suicide. He uh unalived his wife and himself. Yeah, Eddie was definitely struggling at this time. I think that's why Todd eventually let him go from being the booker of ECW and then partnered up with Paul E. Dangerously. Oh, Larry Winters. A young Chris Candido. Oh, he's an early Eastern Championship Wrestling ECW hero, Tommy Cairo. Hmm. Oh, do you? Yeah, Nick Hatred. Oh, JT Smith. Oh, Sal. Didn't seem. I always read his name too, but I don't think I've seen too much of him. But yeah, J.T. Smith. This is a little before he revealed that he was a full-blooded Italian. Yeah, Stetson didn't like that. You eliminated me, brother. Yeah, like I said, I think he was. I guess he was a, early, or they was kind of pushing him as the main babyface, or kind of going the direction of being the top babyface. And like I say, he just disappeared. Um, but heck, he wound up. So he left ECW. So yeah, Cairo left ECW in '94. Did more independence. I don't think he ever. Ooh, he also wound up losing his leg in the early 2020s after developing sepsis. Dang. So I think this is Diamond Dallas's page. Not so famous brother. The the not so successful brother. triangle Tommy Page. Nice. I don't remember what Tigress looked like. Yeah, like I said, I remember seeing his name in a few things. I yeah, what the heck is he talking about? He might have been Eddie's dealer. Bullet Bob Ortiz. So, man, I feel bad because I don't recognize neither one of the songs. I would imagine they would come out to Suicide Blondes by NXS, but like he did in Smoky Mountain. Oh, okay, that's probably where I seen him from. I like that. 600 pounds, including that includes their ego. 100 Q Robinson the third. I imagine he didn't go past Philadelphia or any of the northern northeast independents. No, Hmm. And this is actually, I think this is actually his first time seeing Glenn Osborne. A name, again, you read about him. Well, this is about the only place I read about him was in being Tri State DCW. Um, so I guess they were already doing weapons and. Mm, okay. That's probably somewhere else I heard of him. Yeah, I don't. I did not watch. I watched little to no CZW. You're fired. Yeah, so But yeah, I just never could get into CZW. Don't know why. Just and of course this match is joined in progress. So of course Don Morocco, definitely a legend at this point in his career. I think this is pretty much his last little thing. I mean, he was just doing independence, and this was the top independent promotion, I guess you can call it. Maybe this one, Smoky Mountain, and definitely USWA. Yeah, yeah. It's like like I said, those matches I can like one match I can watch, but I don't think I like watch a whole. Um, because even ECW in their in their prime, they would have they'll have violent people like the Gangsters, the Public Enemy, Sabu, but then you also have you know Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero. So yeah, this is check this out. This is probably good gosh, she just got a brawn. Anyway, not too many times you'll see the Sandman perform a headlock. And yes, that's Sandman's at the time legit wife. So I take that back. Uh, Don Morocco officially retired in 2005, but started in 1970. Okay, so he retired first time 95. According to this, he had a son named Joe who wrestled as well, but I don't think he wrestled a lot. Yeah, it's. I mean, I know. I watched the old Memphis show, or yeah, USWA, and he was on there and doing the surfer gimmick thing, and it's like then he, of course, he gave a promo, and I'm like, nothing tells me, nothing about that tells me that he's a surfer. So referee didn't call disqualification when somebody got hit with a cane, even though they saw it, but they did a count out. And see, when he finally, well, I guess then when Paul Heyman started booking and they became Extreme Championship Wrestling, this, anything goes after that. But still, see, Tony Khan, get you a real booker and have things make sense. And if you gotta just change something like, no fucking rules. Y'all do what the fuck y'all want to. The good, the bad, the ugly. Todd Gordon, Thomas Edwards. Associate producer, Paul Heyman. And I will say, I don't know how much longer Sully lasted after this, but not saying announcer can make or break a promotion, but but uh I'll just say, I don't think he could. I don't think this promoter or this the commentator they had could took it to the next level. Not sure when Joey Styles started, but good thing they did find Joey Styles because that commentator was, let's just say, not so good. Not one of the not one of the best. Um, kind of, he could probably put you to sleep. But yeah, he just definitely did not have that did not have the energy like Joey Styles had, or a lot of the good commentators. It's kind of a dud. That's probably what I would sound like if I was a wrestling commentator. But yeah, yeah, nothing says Surfer about was his real name Jim Fullerton, Sandman. No. Yeah, probably the best thing was getting the Zubaz pajama pants, sneakers, and just smoke cigarettes and drink beer to the ring. Probably not a good thing for his health. Of course, he kind of did a lot like a lot of people, other wrestlers, unfortunately, in ECW, and uh, fell into substance abuse problems himself. But yeah, he is a surfer and a pimp in his early gimmicks. Um, but I can honestly say I was not a um I gotta say I wasn't a huge Sandman fan to begin with. I mean, I thought had a great entrance. I mean, got to come out to a Metallica song, drink a beer. Well, I'm not big on smoking cigarettes, but uh, attire as bad as a match I watched today. The Road Warrior versus who? Oh, like the like a yeah, okay, yes, I think I remember that. It was like a yeah, it was bad. It was a bad squash match. Georgia Championship Wrestling, and I think it's right before Hawk came in because I think they had Animal in a singles match, and they just called him the Road Warrior. And yes, he had the biker hat. Do you have a uh do you have do you have a leather coat, or was it the jean cut up jacket? And yes, like you said there, blue jean Daisy Duke shorts with the black biker boots. Yeah, not a good look. Yeah, okay, there you go. The denim sleeveless shirt. Biker. Yeah, that. Um. Yeah, gosh, may rest in peace, but that outfit screams the Blue Oyster Bar, famous in Police Academy movies. If you've ever seen the, if you ever seen the Police Academy movies, um, and they had a scene in the Blue Oyster Bar, a lot of the people in that bar had outfits just like that. But yeah, it because I watched that match. When did I watch that match? Ooh, did I actually watch it on when they did the history of Atlanta wrestling documentary way back when, or was it later? Yeah, I think he beat him with either a power slam or a clothesline, and um, it was a very short match, thank goodness. But like you say, he put the gloves and the hat back on and walked on out. Uh, and the bad thing about I think what the first match on TV with Animal and Hawk, they had the same outfit. Then I guess that's why when supposedly it was Bill Watts who said, I guess he's seen that and it's like, whoa. Uh, and of course, this was '83, and a Police Academy movie didn't come out till '84. So I'm pretty sure Bill Watts called them English cigarettes. And he said they look like English cigarettes. Google it, kids. And or just flat out say, hey, those guys look gay. uh, did Jim Barnett dress them? That's probably what Bill Watts asked Ole. Did Jim Barnett dress them? Um, did Jim Barnett take them shopping? So I guess that's when Bill Watts said, nah, now you need to like cut their hair and put, war paint on, put war paint on their face and call them the Road Warriors. But yeah, supposedly the story is Bill Watts is the person that said, yeah, they, kind of make them stand out, make them wear face paint and cut their hair funny. And the rest is history. Yeah, yeah, that sounds better. Yeah. Uh, oh, yeah, Jim Barnett must have took Animal, clothes shopping that day. That was a good one. And if I remember correctly, Horner got a huge pop from pinning him because they were like indestructible. And if you did notice, he quickly got out of there. And I think Animal was like, you know what? As soon as that referee counts three, you better get your ass out of there because I'm coming in. And Tim Horner got out. I think Tim Horner even told that story. Yeah, Tim Horner told that story. He was like, I guess Ole came up to him and said, "You're going over on Hawk today," and Tim Horner looked at him and said, "Does he know that?" And Animal told him, "Hey, As soon as that referee counts 3, you better be out there. But yeah, they never became like, 5-star wrestling performers, but you gotta admit, man, they drew money. I think I forgot what social media. I think it was probably Facebook or something like that. And somebody put, your Mount. I really don't like Mount Rushmores of anything, because there's so many things. It's kind of hard to put just 4 individuals. In this case, it was like 4 tag teams, for your Mount Rushmore. And let's see, I think I put Bruiser and Crusher, the Andersons, the Freebirds, and the Road Warriors. Because I think back in their day, the Bruiser and Crusher drew money pretty much where, they didn't go too many places, or too many territories. I know they went to the Indianapolis territory and, of course, AWA, and drew money in both territories. You had the Andersons, of course, Charlotte, Georgia, I'm not sure if Florida or whatever, but, basically wherever they went, they drew money. Freebirds, of course, Louisiana territory, Georgia territory, Texas territory, Florida territory, for a little bit that was there. Wherever they went, they drew money. And of course, the Road Warriors, wherever they went, they drew money. Georgia, AWA, back to Charlotte, then WWF. To the point to where, God damn, I don't need this demolition shit no more. That's my Man impression. It's like, well, I don't need demolition no more. I got the Road Warriors. That's kind of almost how they got treated, which is sad. Even then, I was kind of hoping, because I remember when they had that match where Demolition dropped the belts to the Hart Foundation, who wound up dropping them to the Nasty Boys. Why? I was even kind of hoping it's like, well, let's have it out now. Let's have Demolition, Road Warriors, feud, and accumulate in a tag team title match, and Road Warriors finally defeats Demolition in a tag team title match. Rushmore only holds water to the person that is named. Yeah, that's just it. And I guess I try to think too serious about it, because you can also say, Rock and Roll Express and Midnight Express, but the thing about it, and no disrespect to Rock and Roll or Midnight's, two of my favorite tag teams, but they're kind of a package deal. It's like Midnight Rock and Roll drew money. Midnight Fantastics, okay. Rock and Roll Express with whoever, okay. Of course, they got the huge pot with the Russians, but Rock and Roll Midnights, that was it. But Freebirds, of course, Texas, they were kind of joined at the hip with the Midnights, or not Midnights, but the Von Erichs. But in Georgia, they feud with a little bit of everybody. Louisiana, of course, the junkyard dog situation, but yeah, they're gonna be fun. But um, I guess sometimes I just take my shit too seriously because you're gonna put. I just rather just ask a question of, okay, who do you think is the top five money wrestlers ever or something like that. Yeah, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna put them on like a Mount Rushmore, like this is the best of the best, or whatever. Um, and that's why I rather ask people is like, all right, who, like you just said, who's your favorite five teams to watch, or 10 tag teams to watch? And sometimes you got to break it through different periods. Like me, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Rockers, Road Warriors, Freebirds, um, Arn and Tully, Bad Company. Gosh. Uh, Bulldogs. Harlem Heat, definitely in that. Um, which I mean they were really good from the get go. Like I said, from them starting out as Ebony Experience and go to WCW, become Harlem Heat. The Harlem Heat from Houston, Texas, as Scott Hall would say. Yeah, Steiner Brothers, great tag team. Um, oh, what was it I watched the other day? God dang it. What was it? Oh, it was Fall Brawl. I think that's what it's called. Where it was the it was the War Games was Sting Squadron versus the Dangerous Alliance. Then you had in that on that pay per view that had Steiners versus Tatsumi Fujinami and another Japanese kid. What year was that? Was it 92? Uh-oh. I think was it not? Yeah, it might have been 92. Da, 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 da. Oh, Wrestle War 92. Yeah, that's it. It was Wrestle War 92. And it was Steiner Brothers against Tatsumi Fujinami and Takayuki Izuka. And he actually wrestled for a long time. But dude, that match uh they went so bland in that one. Freaking they wound up being stiff with the what was his name again? Izuka. They wound up I think Rick hit him in the eye somehow and wound up being puffy and then closed. They were snug with that one. Not really. Great Buddha wasn't bland. Um, Shinsuke Nakamura's not bland. Asuka's not bland. Io Sky's not bland. Tensai Masahiro Chono, he wasn't bland. Jito and Jano was okay. Tatsumi Fujinami wasn't bland. He's just a very technical, sound, professional wrestler. Okay, at the time, from what I'm reading about the Izuka guy, he wound up finding a character. At that time, he didn't have a character, but he developed a character as a crazy dude, and why not being so bland? But he guys he gave some and took some licks from the Steiner brothers. Hell, next thing you're gonna say Bret Hart was bland. You're gonna say all Canadians are bland now. Now you also gonna say Mr. Wrestling 2 was bland. He had the same facial expression. The spoiler, same facial expression. Rey Mysterio, same facial expression. La Parka, was a pretty no facial expression. The Assassin, no facial expression. The Assassin 2, no facial expression. Just that same little look. Never changed. That same look. El Grande Americano, same facial expression. Can't tell if he's hurting, laughing, feeling good. I'm testing him, see if he figures out. I'm just naming. I went through naming all the countries, like Bret Hart and all that, to just mass wrestlers. I'm pretty sure if he was, I'm pretty sure if he's standing next to me, he's like, "God damn it, you just named a bunch of mass wrestlers." Of course, they have the same facial expression. They wear masks, dumbass. But yeah, Bret Hart, yeah, kind of had the same facial expression. Oh my gosh, there's this guy's been wrestling like Southern Pride. I think his name is Alexander Cross, not Seabolt Cross. What's his name? I don't know. So I gotta find him now. Now you want to talk about somebody who wrestles and has the same facial expression? Um, Let me see here. If I can find it. No, not that. Son of a bee sting. Okay, I probably shouldn't have. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to look something up, folks. Crap. Mm. Okay, yeah, I got it right. Xavier Cross. Google that guy. Yes. Again, the guy's just learning. He just learning, but yeah, no facial expressions whatsoever. Like, okay, yeah, maybe they should have put that guy in a mask. Yes, yeah. I mean, all joking aside, yeah, I can see what you're saying. I mean, uh, you know, few of the Japanese do got that same kind of expression, but it's viewed a little differently there than it is here. Because there it is a sport. It's like a okay, it's like uh, I don't think I think it's the one AEW show you went there. I think I went by myself because I think it was like a last minute, and I just so happened to be in town, and it was at the uh, Gas South District or Gas South Arena slash um, Infinite Energy Arena, Gwinnett Arena, whatever you want to call it. Um, man, I was standing in line, and me and this other guy just we, we didn't totally laugh in their face, but we kind of just chuckled on the sideline. These guys sitting there talking, saying, AEW, this is real wrestling, not like WWF. That's fake wrestling. AEW, I mean, these guys are like very serious. Like they weren't we thought they were kidding. I thought they were kidding around, but no, these guys were serious. They were like, yeah, AEW is real wrestling. Because this is, well, they still use that same logo where the best wrestlers wrestle, and this is real wrestling. This is ain't, WWF. It's like, explain Orange Cassidy. Explain. Well, Dan Housen was there at the time. Explain the Young Bucks. They use some comedy shit sometimes. But yeah, it so yeah, Japanese pro wrestling is real wrestling. That's why they take it serious. It's serious wrestling. Oh, don't worry about what Jushin Thunder Liger just did. All New Japan, All Japan, Noah, FMW, all real wrestling. Yes, sickos. But yeah, uh, that's what. And yeah, the guy I was standing in line with didn't know the guy or anything. Just we kind of like laugh when we realized they were being serious. Kind of chuckled. Finally, somebody said, "Dude, it's all a work, buddy." No, no, this is yeah, it is, but no, this is real wrestling. This is real wrestling. Damn it! It's like okay, but it's where the best wrestle. It's where the best wrestlers wrestle. And like I said, me, me and another guy was standing in line. This couldn't help but chuckle at him. It's like, oh boy. Now, don't get me wrong. AEW puts, I mean, you've been to AEW live shows. They put on good live shows. But yeah, so yeah, Japan. Oh yeah, well yeah, it's real wrestling. Remember we talked about last week on might have been Spot Show, might have been this one where Shibata gave uh Okada the real headbutt. Yeah, that was real wrestling, dude. But then again, that's what kind of talked about last night. Uh, for the Double or Nothing pay per view, the match I'm looking forward to the most is Okada versus Takeshita. Bitch. Oh lordy, what time is it? Let me shut this down. But yeah, if you want to go back to watch an old War Games match, or the pay per view itself was a little eh. I mean, you had Brian Pillman and Tom Zink had a decent match. Um, and like I said, the Steiners versus the Japanese team was pretty decent. But that War Games match was pretty tight, pretty good. I mean, I can see why people say that's probably one of the best War Games matches there was. Just for shits and giggles. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, it's a little long. Hour and a half. Never mind. But yeah. Oh, the 92 War Games. Yeah, I think that was the first time I seen that one. Hmm. Had it on VHS. I didn't have it on VHS. Oh, what movies was I talking about I had on VHS? Crap, what was the name of the movie? I don't want to look back. Crap, what's the name of that movie? Mm. Oh, yeah, Japanese Japanese anime movie. Ghost in the Shell. Me and somebody was talking about anime the other day, and I said, "Yeah, I used to like the movie Ghost in the Shell." And I said, "Oh, the person I was talking to is like, oh, that's a classic." It's like, "Yeah, I used to have it on VHS." And this person was like, "What's a VHS?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I am old. I am officially old." It's that we used to have things called VCRs um and the tapes were, they call them VHSs. Video home system. VHS cassette. Might have been Video Superstore. No, wait a minute. Well, it could have been 92. Sometimes it takes a while for the VHS to come out. And Blockbuster was like, what, 94, 95 when they first opened, and Video Superstore couldn't compete no more. Oh, or Video Plus. But, but yeah, she was like, "What's a VHS?" I'm like, "Oh, son of a gun. I'm old." But uh, one of the guys on the crew I was working, or one of the Masons, uh, oh gosh, make sure I get the name right. Uh, there's a guy there named Andy, but I guess one of the Amigos is a horror movie fan, and calls him Chucky. I was like, oh, okay. Instead of the little boy, you're the evil Chucky doll. Okay, I get it. Cause yeah, he's like, yeah, my name's Chucky. Well, they call me Chucky. My real name's Adam, but guys out here call me Chucky. I was like, how you get from Adam from, it didn't dawn on me either when he said it. I was like, how do you get Chucky from Adam? There's this old movie called Child's Play. Did you ever see it? I was like, yeah, original Child's Play was pretty good. So yeah, it was good. I've watched it myself. I liked it, but that's why they call me Chucky. Like, okay. But anyway, think I'm gonna call it a night for the night. Actually, got to do some little bit of work tomorrow. Gotta go pick up some samples. So yeah, I gotta make one more visit to that site, but don't really like have to do anything. Nobody's really working. I just gotta go out there pick up the samples because I don't want to. I think the person who's going to come there to cover what I was doing, he lives in that area and he really does want to go back to the office. So, and I don't think he's going to have to go to the office for anything. So I think I made the right number of samples to where um, he's not going to have to make any. So this will be the last set. So I got to go do that. So basically I need to get up early in the morning, drive to Sonoya, drive back, and then do my little bit of office stuff, which I probably gonna get a little bit of work done tonight before I go to sleep. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So anyway, appreciate everybody who did tune in, everybody in the chat. If you watch this on the video portion on YouTube, like I said, hit me up in the comments. Greatly appreciated. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.